Hello, everybody. We're going to get started here in just a second. Okay.
My God, son.
All right, thank you everyone for being in here. Let me see, I'm going to get Amos in as a co-host, going to get Trader Max in as a co-host. We're going to get things started up here as soon as possible.
Hey, sorry, it was not turning my microphone from a request to a
Yeah,
microphone.
we had to like come in and come out. We had to like, rug out and rug back in again. So we're good. How's everybody doing today?
Nice.
Is that music in the background okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, sir, sounds good.
Well, as everybody's starting to come in, 25 people in the space, awesome. Every single one of you, if you wouldn't you mind, if you're here to speak on the space today, please make sure that you go down and you go on to the Shogun's main account, go to the show space, you're going to heart it, you're going to repost it, and you're going to comment. And comment maybe with what you want to talk about today inside your space, maybe a little bit of alpha spilled in there. Get stuff ready for your Jumbotron, okay? Because you want to make sure you do that by simply going and clicking on the share and share to the space. We're also simulcast on YouTube and TikTok. You can go to Trader Max's profile and hit the link tree and go to either one to watch some of the stuff that's out there. So your spot's on there. If you have filled out the form over on Shogun Crypto, you'll actually see over there a form for the show called the ShogGunsho, where you can get priority speaking. But since the show's already started, it won't work for this particular show, so you would have to wait until the end. If we have some extra time. We are only pushing 2 hours for the show because we want to keep it very real and very strict to the process, because I know there's thousands of people out there that really want this process. If we got to go to a 4-hour show, we may do that one day. But for now, make sure that you get it in. If you filled it out last week and you're here, you'll get precedence over anybody who has not filled out the form at all and be able to get on. But nobody will be able to shill unless you do a like and share to the actual space. Why? Because this is important. You guys want people here to hear about what you're doing, and it's just not a whole bunch of devs in here. This is some great people in here. So if you have your community, if you're here and you're a coin and you're a big coin out there, you should have some of your community come here and shill today, because we're going to be talking about a lot of great stuff, not just about all the great projects out there, but the stuff for Shogun as well. And we're here to support you as communities with coin reads, interviews, web systems, volume bots, all the great stuff that we have as well. Right in about 3 more minutes, we're going to get started. And the show will happen in this format. We're going to do a little bit of a quick announcement, and then we're going to shill out 4 or 5 coins at that point. And then, we'll try to keep the pace. If you're coming up to your shill, make sure that you try to speak loud, speak proud. Try not to have too much background noise. If you're driving down the road, pull off to the side, all that kind of good stuff. Take this real serious, because this is an opportunity for you to get your project out there, and we will have some good numbers today. Already it started, we're up above 40, which is our primary when we first start. And just get it out there and start sharing it amongst the people out there. That's really important. Also, while you're here, Shill Farm down below. Make sure that you go down and follow Farm every single person that's in here. I'm seeing some great PFPs down here. I love some of these Harrison ones. Awesome. And if you're not sure if somebody is, follow them anyway. Who knows? It's a number on the board, but you never know who's going to be who down below. Great stuff. If you're watching over on YouTube or TikTok, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. TikTok always seems to kick it right in the very beginning. Now I gotta say hi to some of my samurai down below. MPs, welcome into the house. Welcome, buddy. Chow chow meow down there below. Samurai chow chow. I love it. I love your PFP. It's so awesome. Cryptometer 77 kicking it in the house. I love that you guys come and listen to the show as well. Showing that support. Also, while somebody's up shilling, if you hear something good, make sure that you use that meme button. That meme button sorry, messing with the mic. It gets the algorithm pumping. So make sure you put those hearts, those 100%ers, those thumbs up, those thumbs down. It's okay to put a thumbs down every once in a while if you disagree. A little bit of controversy is okay. Again, right around a minute or so, we're going to get started here. Now, there is going to be a rule in the show today that we want to keep everything positive. So try to keep the FUD down. Try to keep any really super negative news. I know CTOs are tough because everybody's rugging. Everybody's hitting stuff out there nowadays. But here, I want you to keep the positive. Come into the show with that thought of what can you offer to make somebody's life in a good mood today? Have a smile on your face while you're doing your shill, and that will always help.
But Max, what about Jeets?
What do you mean, what about Jeets? What about Jeets?
Can we talk about Jeets?
Sure, you can talk about Jeets. You know why? Because they gave us all that extra volume in their sell pressure out. So thank you very much, Jeets, for doing what you did, because volume is important too. There you go. That's how you do that. Plus, once a Jeter, always a Jeter. Hence, the Druid.
I think everyone's been a Jeet at one point in time or another.
Of course. If you've never Jeeted, then you haven't tried hard enough. All right, that ended perfectly. All right, well, let's get started. Speaking of which, the person who was just talking, Mr. Amos, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. My voice finally sounds like I'm not underwater.
Yeah, you sound like you're back into the land of the living again.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
Coughing every now and then, but yeah, I'm almost there. So.
And then not to leave him until last, but it's our show coordinator, Crypto Quinton from under the Shogun tag. Welcome, buddy.
Hello, how you doing, Trader Max?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful, buddy. So listen, great job getting the show started. You're doing wonderful. And, we're never accumulation of the things that happen to us. We are accumulation of the things on how we respond to the things that happen to us. And when you got a show that goes kind of wrong in the beginning, how you handle it with utmost of professionalism says a lot on who you are, son. So great job, buddy.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
All right. So, as you know, we like to try to do a little live intro kind of base. I don't try to pre-record these things, so I don't know which song we're going to use here. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. What about this one? Here we go.
Fantastic. Well, coming in up here first, we have
Wait,
Veronica.
Hey,
Ooh,
hey,
Brian?
hey! What are you doing? We got the intro to do. All
I
right,
gotta
that's how
wait
they
for the
get.
intro? Okay.
You gotta wait for me to do the intro, and then we'll come in. Hey everybody, this is Trader Max, and we're here on the ShogGunsho. That's right, this is a place where we get a chance to flex our muscles. That's right. Even if you don't got some muscles, flex them anyway, because we got a lot of stuff to go over today. We're here to show off and showcase so many great different networks and solutions that are out there. We really can't wait to hear from all of you. But before we do, make sure that you go through and you repost and retweet the show, as well as like and comment. And in that comment, put what you're going to be shilling today to get up on the Jumbotron. Make sure that you're keeping a positive mood. No FUDs allowed here. That's true. Lastly, make sure that you go down and like and follow every single person that's here. Follow farm the hell out of this, because this is your opportunity to get the word out there. And the word is gospel today. The more people you can get to interacting, the more you will get your coin or your community out there. Also keep in mind that we're a community and a coin and a utility network, and we're here to help. Make sure that you filled out the form for your priority speaking. If you haven't, that's okay. You can still do so during the show, but it will be good for next time, not this time. We're going to keep about 2-hour time clock on a thing, so make sure you keep your shills between 2 to 3 minutes if you can. Don't feel rushed. Take your time and have fun doing it. We're also simulcasting over on YouTube and TikTok. Hit up my profile up in the top, hit that link tree, and jump over there and follow us over there, because you can also know when the shows come up. You can also watch all the charts and everything else I'll be showing on the actual stream, and you'll get clips of those as well. Remember, in this world of crypto G-Gens out there, it's fun to have fun, but keep the FUD at bay. Keep strong, keep positive attitudes, and of course, make it about the information. Get ready to shill, chill, and get some alpha. Let's get started. All right, Mr. Quinton, as you know, it's time. So, Miss Veronica's up again first?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how that happened, but okay. Miss Veronica, how you doing today?
Hey, good afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me, and I can't believe that I'm first again.
I know. I don't know what happened. Mr. Quinton's like, yeah, I don't know. I think Mr. Quinton's like, it's Veronica.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's actually quite nerve-wracking to go first. I think that if you go like third, I think third is pretty good, because everyone is already settled, they have their cup of coffee in front of them, chilling, listening, and focused. So, but yeah, thank you for having me. So as you said, I've been here last week. I have introduced that we have CTO'd Kitsune, and I just thought that it would be nice to come over and update you on what we've been doing since then.
Right.
And if I may, I would give a little shill, just a shorter version. I will try to do shorter version for those listeners who perhaps were not here last week, so that they don't miss out. We are Kitsune. We are 9 months old, and we originally started as a rate to earn bot, which was brilliant because it helped us to build an awesome community. And then eventually our bot stopped working because of a Twitter update. So we came up with a meme just to keep us.
Did it again. Did it again. I'm always doing it again. I did it again. Yep, I did it again. I hit refresh like an idiot. I hit refresh like an idiot. Like an idiot, hit refresh. Yep, that was me. I did it. Got to go back in.
Box, and he drank his mama dry. So he's on a quest for some titty milk, and the team is creating art to spread the awareness and to help him find some titty milk, which is everything very lighthearted and fun. And then, since the issues with the bot, the dev was unable to raise funds. So, it's been sort of going on and on for a bit. We were waiting for him, and he finally divorced us just after Christmas. So we are now a CTO. The team is really bonded. We've been together for such a long time. 9 months in crypto is a long time, for people to hang together. And, we are running, well, not anymore, but we used to run VCs 24/7, 7 days a week. So we know each other, and we are good friends, and we are such a great team because everybody is bringing different skills, comprehensive group of people, and we all got great intention, and we are super bullish on Baby Kid. We want to do it the organic way. So right now we as we speak, actually the new website is being built, and we've put together the information we want to use for the deck screener. We've migrated most of the community to our new TG, and we just going to be migrating people on X now as well, from the old account into new account, just to have a full control.
So how is it going with the big move? I mean, you've had the CTO hit. What's the sentiment been like? Is the chart being reflected? How is it going for you?
Yes. So we went from 30K to 50K. And today it dropped down to 48. So, a few people sold, but that's, understandable. We can't just have green candles all the time.
What?
And that's without us pushing. Like, obviously, I've been shilling in spaces, and we do run few raids here and there. But we want to wait with like a proper push and us hosting spaces and so on and so forth when everything is done, when the deck screener is up to date, the website, when the full Monday, everything is ready, then we're going to do a proper push. But yeah, I mean, it's been going really well. The community is actually feeling really bullish on it because, as the moral was, getting a bit down towards the end, we were perhaps not as fun. We were still fun because we are hilarious, but we were not as fun as before. Whereas now, our TG it's the best. Like, it's everybody says that, but our TG is the best. And I can tell you that there are people who spend more time interacting within our TG than they do in their own projects. So, yeah, it's quite fun being in there.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you the best of luck, because that's the toughest part, is getting that CTO and keeping the pump happening all the way through the changeover. The biggest advices that I could give is get that website up as fast as possible and get something in there for interaction. That's the biggest thing in there. The sentiment's going to be there. Get a fully functional raid team in there. Of course, there's a lot of tools out there, especially being a paid to raid network. You got some great tools and great systems already. I want to come over and be able to talk to you sometime over the next day or so, and sort of sit down and help, put some stuff together from us, how we can help you as a utility network, and to get the sentiment in there and get things moving for you, because, the time is of the essence, as they say, especially in the DGen world, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. Yeah, would love that. Thank you, Max.
No, thank you for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I want to kind of keep these shows down to 2 or 3 minutes. And I know that Veronica has a lot of stuff that's still coming out and still going on. So we want to make sure that we go over and check them out as well. All right, Mr. Quinton. Who's up next? You just going down a list. You got a list. Go check it out.
Of course, I'm checking it twice too. So up next, we have Crypto Norpheus over here representing Retirement Coin.
Retirement Coin. Cool.
Hey, is everyone ready to retire? I love the energy, Trader Max. Love the positivity. This is a phenomenal show. Thank you for having us here. We are so excited. Our community is strong. We launched 10 days ago, and we have gone through 2 CTOs.
Whoa.
Yeah. We hit a 4 million market cap, 4 million plus market cap, and we are flooring at 400,000 market cap right now. And we have this beautiful community team that's running 24 hours a day. Everyone comes to our voice chat and just feels the energy and positivity of what we're doing with Retirement Coin. We have the first emoji or the first meme that ever came out. That's Wojak. And we are the last coin that you'll ever need to hold. And that is the mission of this community. We are about financial freedom, resilience, grit, purpose, and inclusion. And it's just so exciting to be here and feeling the energy of the crypto community. Shout out to all the people from the community joining this live stream. I'm excited to be here. I'm their spokesperson, but we are organized and we've been turning it around. Not to talk about anything negative, but when we took over this community, the last CTO person actually held our website hostage and tried to sell that back to us for 20 souls. That was crazy. We turned that around and we have a website with utility all built in, and you can go in there and you can customize your own Wojak and you can have your own virtual digital identity for your retirement. And we are building more and more utility. We did all of this in 7 days. 7 days.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
We actually rebuilt our Telegram in 7 days. We lost all the new members, but we're still holding strong. If you look at the holders in our coin, we have almost 10,000 holders. And again, in a couple of days, we are going to relaunch this coin with power and passion. So, thank you for allowing us to shill. We are bullish, and we really see this project go on forever. We're dreaming big, and we will achieve $1 billion market cap because retirement is something you never get out of. It is really the end, right? So anyways, I don't know if you got any questions. Seems like this just such an exciting program, and we're so happy to be on.
Yeah, dude, listen, the website stuff, the Telegram, having Twitter, getting the followers in, having access to it, CTOs are a tough gig, right? Because there's no one person from the mentality behind the old ways, and then there's FUD, and there's, what it was before to inappropriate timing and all that kind of stuff. But what you're doing right is quickness. Get control, get a uniform system between everybody, get communications under your belt. You've done absolutely wonderful. This coin's not a CTO because I'm never going everywhere. So it would have to be, poor Mr. Max that passed away or something from that point. That's not fun. But there is a mentality here that it's a family network. We're all here, so we're never going anywhere. But when you have a CTO like you have right now that has a long-term goal of utility, it's very important to have a value of communication between your people, and you're doing that, and that's really important. I love the funness of being able to create your own guy. So great job. Got a great barrier. Up at 419, you got stability, you got a nice channel. I'm going to end up doing a coin read for you guys here and get this over to you. I'm back into doing coin reads. I was a technical analysis professional at TradingView for years and built indicators and networks and fundamental analysis and all that kind of stuff. I love your mechanic, your liquidity to your market cap. Very, very good positive action there, sitting at like 20% there. So great job. Having been over there. I know you're just a spokesperson, but you're a part of that community, so you're much more than a spokesperson to all of us. So thanks for being here today. Make sure that you stick around. If I see a lot of PFPs down below with some of your guys in there. That's all your guys, right? Some of your guys down below.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Kyle
all of us,
and
man.
Layla, and throw those flowers in there. Get those 100% up there. I'm following every single one of you fools down below as well. So make sure you follow back. Get into that little follow farm that's here. I'm here to support your community as well, because it's important. When you bring followers in, I'm going to be definitely over to your TG and say hello here later on after the show, and sort of tell you what we're doing and what we can help with and help we can get out there. This is not about selling or shilling or trying to con you in anything. It's here to help. We want you to be successful. We want you to have the tools.
Yeah,
So
no,
great
thank
job.
you for that. We're all about believing in building partnerships and following back communities, because we believe that every community wants to retire, and that's what we're working on. And as you can see from all the Wojak, profile pictures, we're just excited on expanding this project. So thank you for having us here. We're going to be around. We're gonna. I know I'm a fan of Shogun Crypto now, so
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be there all the time. And like you said, right, everyone is our model is decentralized, and everyone is also a leader, and we can pick up the ball. So even just as a spokesperson, I'm a believer, I'm invested, and I'm not going to leave ever. So that's what this community is all about: is commitment and just positive vibes. Right, every morning I wake up and I want to work with people like Motion Mafia, right? How cool is that name, And Caesar, right? Our one of our team leaders who's been organizing our project, so we can move with lightning speed and agility to capture this space and win your hearts and minds. So again, thank you so much for having us here, and we'll be promoting Shogun Crypto too as well, and I plan to be coming back to your show again and again, and just keep on that positivity. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Great show, great job. They should be very happy to have you over there at the retirement coin. Loving the fact what you did. Great show, and also bringing all your people here too. This is a big thing, right? This is the algorithm. This is to get exposure onto the people into our network, which is also for your network as well. We're sitting right around 69 people in the space, so make sure that you like and share, and you do the follow, you do the retweets, you do everything, and make sure you get something up on that jumbotron there so we can see what it is in front of us as well. All right. This is a great day. There's a lot of great stuff's happening. Mr. Quentin, do we have another person up front in this? So, wait, before we do, I just want to hear Amos's point. Are you ready to retire yet? Are you going to go to retirement coin and be like, I got to buy?
No? Yeah, I'm absolutely ready to retire. I might have to go check that out. Also, don't forget to post something to the Jumbotron for your project after you shill, or before you shill, just near your shill.
Yeah, just have it up there ready to go and get it up there. And all right, Mr. Quentin, as you're preparing yourself for the next great shill.
Fantastic. Up next, we have Blake in here for Twiggy Coin.
Twiggy Coin.
What's going on, Shogun? What's going on, guys? You guys
hey. Yeah. We got you, buddy. How you doing, Blake?
No, I'm doing great, bro. We were supposed to have Rex up here as well, but he had some difficulties making it, so I'm going to go ahead and take over the still, if you guys don't mind.
Dude.
Twiggy CTO team.
Hit it.
Hell yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me here. This is my first time on a Shogun space, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a follow to everyone in the speaker panel. I appreciate you guys for giving us the time to speak on our project, bro. And, man, who doesn't love a water skiing squirrel, bro? Am I right? I mean, look at the PFP.
I love it. It's fucking amazing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of stuff in the works, bro. One of the main points I want to just get across is I'm really bullish on this project, mainly because of three things, man. Well, four things if that. Number one is we were developed by the same deployer as Peanut. Like, we were deployed by the same dev as Peanut. So Twiggy's, in a sense, the long lost cousin of Peanut. We know Peanut went up to almost a $2 billion market cap, and this project was deployed by the same developer. So I believe that in itself is a really strong, marketing point, a really strong shilling point to get people interested in our token. And I really do think that just that narrative alone is enough to push us up to those higher market caps. Apart from that, the actual squirrel on water skis, the actual people behind the water skiing squirrel, Twiggy's Inc., we actually have a collaboration with them. So they actually know that we're using their squirrel as, we actually have their permission to use their images for our project, and they're completely fine with it. So we have no risk of them, coming out with a cease and desist, coming out and saying, hey, we don't have your you guys don't have our consent to use our images. We're actually going to have them on our spaces today at 4 p.m. So the actual owners of the squirrel Twiggy, they're going to be on our spaces today. I'm pretty excited for that, man. Just recently we had a collaboration with Call of Duty GoPro commercials with Twiggy. We dropped them a few weeks ago, and yeah, man, they're gearing up for a couple of boat shows in 2025. So that's when Twiggy goes around on tour, and he goes water skiing across like different boat shows in America.
Sweet.
They're gonna focus right now on the East Coast, and I'm pretty excited for that, man. Oh, I think Rec just joined.
That's cool, man. I appreciate it. The water skiing squirrel, man. I like the reference to Peanut, but I think this thing has its own legs. That it seems to be a pretty fun meme to be with. And yeah, I'm looking at on your deck screener. Your website leads over to your Instagram page. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but sweet enough, your website is banging too. You got a decent website in there. It's a great job.
I really appreciate it, man. We put a lot of work into it. Guys, I urge everyone in this chat, man, to join our Telegram. Check us out. Not financial advice, but I think, there's enough money to go around. There's enough capital to go around, especially with meme coins. And like you said again, I believe that we have our own legs to make our own moves. The squirrel meta in itself, it's pretty. If you want me to be honest, it's pretty lackluster. We only have Peanut was really the major runner, but we believe that Twiggy Inc. and at Twiggy Soul that we can take some of that market share away from Peanut. It's not a competition, but some of that capital is going to rotate into some of the projects, and people that are in profit with Peanut, they're going to be looking for like a new squirrel meta, and what better project to put your money into than a water skiing squirrel, man. I mean, this thing can market itself. We just had Snoop Dogg repost one of our videos, instantly shot us up 10x in like 2 hours. So I mean, this thing has legs to run, man. And when the normies come around, and that next wave of retail during the bull run comes around, they're going to be looking for a place to ape. And I really do believe, man, Twiggy has room to run to 50, 100, get into those higher market caps, man. 50 to 100 million, easy for this project.
Could you imagine being that group of people that wake up in the morning and like, I wonder what new squirrel meta is out today, and like hitting it strong, right? like wearing the squirrel T-shirt on, they got a little squirrel hat. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love it. So yeah. Most definitely. I love the fact that you came in. You did the show. Your other guy. We have to make sure that you get your other guy up here. What did you say? Rec? Is that who it is?
Yeah, he's under Twiggy. You see that other PFP with a squirrel on it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we might have, if we get some time in between towards the end of the show, we might bring somebody else up, and you can probably come in and do that. But I want to kind of keep things flowing and get into the next one here. But dude, thank you so much for coming out and jumping in and taking the hit. We appreciate it.
No problem, bro. Thank you for having us. Last thing, guys. Yep. If you guys want the easiest 50 to 100x in your life, bro, not financial advice, grab a bag of Twiggy and join a real community. We got a lot of stuff in the works for 2025, man. I'm telling you, this thing is bullish, and we're ready to break out at any fucking moment.
Let me give you one piece of advice. You don't need to throw out, it's not financial advice. To be honest with you, it is financial advice. You want fucking financial advice? Go buy some shit. Buy my shit. There's financial advice. You want to sue me for giving you financial advice? Then come and do it, right? But then tell everybody about it, because they'll buy it anyway. So be like, yes, it's fucking financial advice. Live to that shit. You're D-Gen. Make it happen. Punch him right in the
call it a lawyer, Max.
What's that?
I'm calling a lawyer, Max.
There it is. Be solid in your value. You have value, and it was great. All right. From that's why I love this industry so much. You could go from a titty milk drinking cat to a squirrel in water skis to what's next, Mr. Quinton, on the board.
Fantastic. So remember that if you're in here and you're ready, please don't forget to request to speak. That way I can see you and that we can get you in here. But as for right now, up next, we have Make America Great Again with MAGA.
You didn't use a voice this time. What's the matter with you?
I did not. I thought joke would be a little redundant. Doing it again.
Gonna make a grab again. Let's go. What's up, my man?
What's
How you
going
doing?
on?
How you
I'm
doing, my
doing
man?
good.
It's good to hear your
I'm
voice
doing
today.
good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, the last time I was up here talking, I was had some connection issues. I'm on the road again right now, but I'm pulled over parked, so we should be good, man. But yeah, God bless America. You know, God bless you guys for hosting these spaces and everyone up here shilling their projects. You know, you really got to show up every single day. Good days, bad days, doesn't matter. Show up to work and get after it. That's the American way, and that's what we're doing over here. So my name is Michael Thompson. I'm fully doxxed. I'm in politics. You know, so you actually have someone in politics running a political, grassroots, crypto project, right? My goal is to try and bridge the gap, for those individuals out here who are, interested in politics and interested in how it affects crypto. That's kind of like what we're focusing on. So I'm the former chairman of the Republican Party down here in South Florida where I live, and I'm currently the chairman of a super PAC. And what we do is we raise money from crypto bros like yourself. We accept, crypto donations to our PAC. You can donate to us in crypto, right? Because why? We're crypto people, but we're also political people. So we're taking those funds and we're using them to go up here and advocate for crypto legislation at the national level and at your state level as well. So if you ever made a donation to us and you live in Montana, Idaho, Florida, wherever, and you're like, hey, I want this donation to go towards my state, we can do that as well. But we're really going to get up here and get after it. President Trump is going to be elected here in the next 2 weeks. This is the Trump bull run. Okay. Everything that you see going on right now, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, is because of Trump getting out here advocating for it. A few months ago, he publicly came out and started advocating for crypto. What happened? Russia got involved in crypto big time. Bitcoin, they started aping into it. They also allowed international payments. They accept international payments in Bitcoin now. China's aped into it. The Kingdom of Bhutan. If anybody could even point that out to me on the map, you're ahead of me. El Salvador. I mean, we give these people hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and they're using that money to go out here and front run us on crypto. So President Trump wants to make America great again, and one way to do that is by making crypto great. We can't do that until we change our laws here in our country. I know a lot of people who want to have crypto businesses, in real life businesses where they can work with people, but they can't even open a damn bank account. So these are some of the things that we're advocating for at the national level. I've already hosted an X Space with U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis. If you're in crypto and you kind of follow politics, you should probably know who she is. She's a senator from Wyoming that has, proposed Bitcoin to be a strategic reserve of the United States Treasury. I had her on one of our spaces, right? I know Governor Ron DeSantis. I've held fundraisers with President Trump. I've got a couple folks who served in President Trump's they were senior advisors to the president in his first administration. Those guys are fixing to come on board with our project because we're MAGA. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince people in crypto to get political. What I'm doing is reaching out to my national MAGA influencers that I know, and I know several of them. 2 of these have over 1 million followers here on X, right? And I reached out to them and I said, hey, and luckily these guys have already endorsed me, in my political career. So they already trust me, so I said, hey, look at everything what's going on. Get over here and help out. Let's educate, people like me and you who aren't really into crypto. Let's teach them about it, and let's also try and get some of the crypto people to become a little political. But we're going to be onboarding new people. That's my focus. Okay, I'm onboarding new people. I have 75,000 emails over that has purchased from these influencers merch shop over the last 6 months. That's
Wow. Nice job.
75,000 emails that have purchased from these influencers just in the last 6 months. And we're going to be sending them emails basically saying, hey, click here and you can log in and create an account with your name, phone number, and email. And then all you got to do is whip out your debit card to purchase our token. You don't have to download a wallet. You don't have to, write down all your seed phrases. You don't have to go purchase Solana. You don't have to go find a ticker. We do it
Now,
all for you. We're going to make it simple for these people.
now, is this a platform you're building, or is it something that you already have in like a partnership with?
Yeah, so this is something that we already have in a partnership with Prevail Token.
Okay,
Prevail
cool,
Token.
cool. Love Prevail.
Yeah,
They're a really great, honest company. I love them. There's a few of them that are
Yeah.
going on out there, from On-Chain Labs, Prevail, Swap. There's like all these great coins or great networks. And you're right, onboarding the normies. I just want to interject here because I want to keep this flowing. And I know because you're in politics, you could probably talk just as much as I can, baby. But in
100%.
in the concept here, and I'm not saying this because I'm either left or right. It doesn't really matter. I used to run a show called Left, Right, and Real because I love real talk, right? So, but I am going to put this out there that it's not about the political correctness of this world right now. We're all in one line here, and that's crypto, right? We're all in this process to make something. But the amount of political coins that I have met, and I've met quite a few, okay? And it's unfortunate that I see this because this is not FUD, because I'm really all about balance. I have not found a left-handed or a left-sided coin yet that has promoted for crypto. I've seen left-handed coins, but I haven't seen it promote for its own self crypto. I've seen it point for its message, equal equality and, Black Lives Matter. And I've seen these other things happen there, but I have not seen one that is changing the way we do business. I've not seen that yet. Once I do, I will point it out and I'll bring it out and I'll pair them up with Make America Great Again, because I do believe that there should be an adjustment of conversation that happens. So I appreciate everything you're doing, my man, because this is not just about being right or left, or even in the middle. It's about making something available in democracy and having that value, because we're being controlled by the Fed. We're going to be controlled by all this stuff. Not to get into that whole conspiracy world, but it is. But I appreciate you being here today. I want to kind of keep things moving here as well. Is there anything when is that Prevail stuff coming out for you here soon?
Yeah, so we're basically in holding pattern right now until the inauguration. We're going to be dropping some major alpha announcements right before the inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going to be up in Washington, D.C. for the inauguration. I'm going with our state party here in Florida, so we're going to have probably a little bit more special treatment than, just regular people showing up. So I'm going to be conducting interviews with congressional people. We're starting our NFT collection up there called the Inauguration Series. We got a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to take too much more time, but God bless you guys.
Hey, I really do appreciate you.
And our CA starts with Trump.
I know you got a vanity one. It's awesome.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you so much, Mac.
No worries. Now, one bit of advice too: if anybody says, "Hey, you want to take a tour of the inside?" Stay outside. Sorry, I had to do it. All right.
Yeah, we're not going to fall for that again.
Yeah, right. All right. I appreciate you being here. Great. Make America Great Again is always a great. He's also a user of our networks and our solutions over there. So I really do appreciate him being here. He's a valued, trusted coin in our network on who we have. So welcome and thank you very much. All right, Mr. Quinton, we've had 4 or 5 people. We still got some people down below. Before we get into the next thing, Mr. Quinton and Mr. Amos, I think we have to make sure, as I'm going to be doing a quick shill of some of our products and what we're doing. Just kind of come out and talk about it. Make sure that people down below are, if they're up to speak, that they have, at least have our show on their profile page, as well as, maybe done a retweet and all that kind of stuff. So make sure that that's in there as well. And get something up for the Jumbotron too. Anytime that you see a coin that hasn't gotten something up, go and grab one of their posts about their coin and chuck it up into the Jumbotron, because it's easy for people to miss that when it's up there, to get it up in there. All right. So as
quick though,
yep.
Did I say this hilarious? You cracked me up with America Great Again when you're like, we pay these countries hundreds of millions of dollars per year, and they use it to front run us on crypto. That made me chuckle real good. So thank you.
Yeah, because it's like the whole one about China. It's like China. They're going to beat us to the punch. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into something that's really important, near and dear to my heart, which is the building of utility. We started this network for Shogun not as a coin first. All right, a coin came in secondary, only because not that we didn't really appreciate the coin, but we wanted all of our tools to be able to be utilized on something. And what better way is to have your own coin and show how well it works. We hit top of 3.5 million, almost 4, and we pulled back because we were building all of our networks, and now we're sitting right between 1.2 million at that point, and we're right at validation, which is awesome. But as we're building our bots out, we decided that our Anvil bot, our Tsunami bot, which are very unique volume bots, they're not like anything else that's out there. They have no the Shogun Tsunami bot has no upfront cost. It's only on the backside. The more volume we give you, the more money we make. So we make sure you get a lot of volume. Secondarily, we have another system out there called the Anvil bot, which actually makes and changes the chart. We use them on all of our own charts and everything else. And so what this has done is start to solidify everything we make from those bots. 25% of everything we make goes back to the coin. Now, what do I mean by that? It does this program we call a buy back and back. I know, sounds redundant, right? We buy back the coin with half of that 25%, and the other half, okay, we pair to it and put it into liquidity onto our chart. That makes buyback, increases the value, and then we stake it to make sure that it stays strong as it builds. What does this do over the long period? Well, it buys back a lot of the coin, increases the price, and stakes it to make it more stable. All within the reason. Now, so why should you use our systems? Well, because we are going to be here for a very long time, and we make bots like nobody else. Because we don't want it to be like Orbit. We don't want it to be like Fatality Bot that charges you 20% on 9 soul and will never really produce what you really need. Do they do a good job? Yeah, it's okay. But in the most part, they don't have you in mind. They only have themselves. That's where all that greed factor comes in, right? Here, we want you to be successful. Having these shows, this takes a lot of time and energy, but we do this so we can promote to all of you. We're organic, we're structured, we're knowledgeable. With our stuff like WebForge and our website building stuff, you should not be suffering out there with paying anybody to build websites. Your system should be using WebForge and get free websites from us in the network. Super powerful network. That's like 3 shills in 1. So in the next shill series out in about another 4 or 5 coins, we'll talk about some of the other stuff that's coming out, like the Shogunix and our Launchpad. Yep, gave you a little alpha. All right, Mr. Quinton, who is up next?
Fantastic. So coming up next, we have, let's see, I want to make sure I get his name right. Get It Done here for Early Coin.
Get It Done.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. I hope it's loud and clear. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. Well, you kind of get it from the name that I have. I just want to get things done. And early is a coin that has a lot of things that we are going to get done in the near future. And the main reason the things I want to share with you guys is a bit of the history of the coin. So the coin is he sold early. That's the official name of the coin. And it's something that happened to everybody. They sold early. They just forgot to stay in. They had their paper hands itchy, and they had to work with them. And the way we want to grow the coin is to really make sure that people don't sell early. So we're kind of triggering the FOMO experience of everybody to get in and to stay in and to grow with us to the multi-millions, because that's the long-term goal that we have. And the first thing that we're planning is Operation Springfield. We didn't even drop it yet in the main Telegram channel. I told everybody to listen, so I hope they're here. But whoever is here has a little bit more knowledge than everybody else. Because what we've done so far is just really riding on the meme that we have. That worked very well. We've got over 6,000 investors in total right now. We have a very active Telegram channel. We have a relatively okay marketing wallet. Can be better. So everybody who's listening who has got a bit of cash in the coin and wants to add some would be appreciated. but slowly we are building and getting a higher and higher floor as well. We've been to 1.3 million at some point, got all the way back to 20K, went all the way up to 1.3 again, and now we're around 40K. So I'm pretty sure we'll do another jump sometime in the near future. Let me check the. If you want to interrupt, by the way, or have any questions, let me know, because I am shortly looking for the overview of the.
You're doing great. I mean,
Yeah.
see, it's always tough. These things are nerve-wracking, right? So,
yeah, I just wanted to go over the early roadmap for Q1, so you have a bit of an idea what Operation Springfield is.
Yeah.
So our main character within the early universe is Rich Homer, and as you all know, he's from Springfield. So we have some phases there. First phase that we're going to do is have a weekly VC. So we want to make sure that everybody knows at what time we can talk about the plan. We want to set up a ranking bot. We want to have a marketing wallet that is going to trade on early. So we want to grow our marketing budget based on the community and marketing that we do. We tried this out and it worked very well. So we can get more people in and have just get the word out. This is one of the ways that we do that. The next step is phase Lisa. We will continue to collect donations for marketing, combine soul trending with an active ranking bot. We want to build our in-house rating team. So we really want to find a way to motivate people to do the raids organically as much as possible. And then the third phase for this quarter, for the first 3 months in the year, is going to be BART. And the long-term goal, or this goal actually, is to get listed on a centralized exchange. And get monthly trading volume up high enough so we can get the listing.
So do me a favor. Inside the network for the show here, find your CA. Get me a deck screener or something with your CA on it, so we get it up in the jumbotron. Because as soon as you go to your Twitter channel, there's not an easy path to your coin at that point. There is a lot of information in there, but. I know you have like you have the ticker in there, but you don't have like to the process or your website. I mean, I see to your
just the one you just want a contract, right?
I found it.
Okay.
So yeah.
You found it? Okay, great.
And usually I'm pretty fast with that stuff, so I do apologize to interrupt you at that level.
But. You are very fast. I didn't find it that fast as you did, so thanks for that.
There it is. No worries.
I appreciate it.
No, because I like looking at the value.
There's one more thing I want to share is that the trading against the trading with early, we're going to call it Mr. Burns, and 10% of all the trading profits will be burned. So the better the trading bot is doing, the more money, the better the trading is doing, the more money will be burned, and the higher up the value of the coin will go.
Wow, good job. Well, having a structure behind that where you have like the different levels of value and everybody knows the Simpsons and that mentality, right? So it's all good, So I think you got something decent in there, and you got some great worth in there. As you build in, I can't wait to see how this turns out. I appreciate you coming in and chilling today, and I have some stuff that we can probably help you with as far as like the trading side of it and the background information. But I appreciate you being here today.
Thanks a lot. My wife doesn't appreciate it as much. It's her birthday, but I said, guys, I got an invite. I cannot say no today. I have to be there. So I will be there. Well, I really appreciate the invite. And great what you guys are doing here.
I hope that I see you. I hope I see you again if your wife doesn't kill you. Because mine would have definitely murdered me.
No, she's pretty chill about it. But I bought her a very expensive gift today, so she will be fine.
There you go. All right, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Quinton. We got some great coins. I think as I was looking to get it done in that last one, I was looking at there's like a little bit of everywhere, and I see on the sheet too. Like I'll put the information in there too. There's a CA. Oh, I got to redo that. Shift and W. Okay, good. But. Awesome job, buddy. All right.
Thank you.
Who's next?
All right, fantastic. So coming in up next, we have Sneaky Crypto is their name, and they're going to be here for Tree and Cat.
Tree and Cat? Two of them?
Tree in as an inside of
Oh,
cat,
tree
if I
in
am
cat.
saying that properly.
Wait.
So it's like the opposite of a cat and a tree, but the tree is in the cat.
Exactly.
It is
Tree and
sneaky.
a cat.
Oh, tree
Yes.
in it.
It's
I see it now. I see it.
tree
Oh,
and a cat.
God. Poor tree.
So, yeah, I mean, basically, tree and a cat. So it began as a light-hearted quip. We were kind of a lot of us, the core team. I'm part of the core team. Have been in crypto since 2016, 2017, and we were just looking at the absurdity of memes that we have nowadays. And so someone quipped, "Oh, well, we're gonna have a tree stuck in a cat." Fireman baffled, and it kind of it got a little a giggle. We went away. 2 days later, the lead dev now came back and said, "Look, I got this, guys. I got this drawing. What do you think?" And then he just launched it on Moonshot as a fair kind of basically everyone had to buy it to get in. And before you know it, 24 hours later, we've bonded, and now we're kind of stuck. Like, right, what do we do? So we've all moved pretty fast. It's moved really fast for us, and it's grown from there. So the idea with the tree and the cat is as he said, it's a paradox. So it kind of mirrors the imposter syndrome that a lot of us go with in life. That we're either out of place, uncertain, yet we always thrive, we always make it. So it's relatable. It kind of turns everything on its head, but we still can get through in life, even with these crazy obstacles that we go through. And the other thing, the big thing that we kind of wanted to do as well is that, I mean, I'm not going to just say this, but I think actually we probably have the most professional team ever put together for a meme. Our lead, for example, has worked for McKinsey, Sony, is now the chief technical officer for a fintech company in London. Then we have myself. I work for a SaaS company in revenue and sales. We have a sound engineer and project manager for another SaaS company. So we've all kind of come together, and the idea is that we want our users to enjoy the journey with us. It's not about rugging. We're not a CTO like yourself. We're not going to give up. If Tree and the Cat fails, it fails because we fail, not because we're going to rug anyone. We're already listed on Bitmart. We're already listed on Extend EX. We're on Coin CMC. We're on CoinGecko. We are now in the middle of a BitGet wallet memeverse. So in 26 days, I think we've managed to kind of garner a 1.4 K following in Telegram. We're up to 2.5 or just under 2.5 on Twitter or X. And we've got a real solid core of community members that have basically believed in us, that we've managed to convince, and that they're following us. So from all corners of the world as well, and it's been brilliant and really great to see, and our admins as well buying in. So on the whole, we basically with the artwork as well, we've had a collaboration with Power AI. So we fed in our original artwork, and so that the users in the Telegram /image anything they kind of want, and it will create the same style of artwork that we originally put in. And you can go to our website. It's a .com. We've got 14 soundtracks as well, which some of them are pretty banging actually. And then you can go through the gallery. So we have the original gallery of artwork, followed by the kind of the best picks of the AI as we go through now. So the goal is to just keep growing the community, the tree stuck in cat message. We won't stop. Very, very, very experienced team. And so, this has been fun for us. It's part of a kind of a challenge, I guess, to see how far we can get and where we can sort of end up with the big tier ones and getting our name out there. It makes a difference. This will be our third kind of bull run coming up. Okay. And so rather than being traders, we're going in as sort of leads behind a meme project.
Programmers,
so, it makes it very interesting. And we are you know, dare I say, bullish.
Yeah, well, that's the word of the day, I guess, in everybody's mind is, when you take something as simplistic as just having a conceptual meeting and talking about a meme that you want to fire off, and somebody says, "What about a cat with a tree in it?" Right? It's that whole play on words, which is fun, and you can kind of go anywhere with it, right? So it's the
But
now the true work becomes like you can just say pig with an ear, right? Pig that's an ear or whatever.
well,
You can play with anything,
Trina,
but the professionalism
yeah,
behind it is knowing your structure, being able to communicate, being able to tier it in, be able to plan, produce, and distribute, as you know, as being in a professional world. That is the toughest thing to do in the DGen world because nobody wants to follow a rule. Nobody wants to follow a
yeah.
network solution. Like we kind of at first were like battling against a lot of the conformed construction of things, where it wasn't too corporational and it wasn't too degen,
Mhm.
So you've done great. I mean, I love the look of the site.
No,
I love the look of it. So great job.
I would actually, I agree with you there. That's probably one of the things I found the hardest as someone that's in his 40s, having worked for the same corporate for the last 15 years.
Hmm.
It's this whole new language behind the scenes when we're signing up for exchanges, and it's bro this and bro that,
Hmm.
and it doesn't fit right for me. But we have other people that can deal with that. But
Yeah.
but yes, you're right. Like it's getting that balance between the degen
Hmm.
kind of behavior and what it's about. But the tree and the cat um, is more, yeah, reflective kind of. We
Yeah.
thought the first meta that involves animals and plants.
I dig it. Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
like
we're
that.
the first. We're the first, at least, at something.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a whole new tree in verse now that'll be coming in tree and a dog, tree and a cat, tree and a fish. You can even do fractionaries. Like you do tree and a turd, maybe something. No, good. Bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, we were thinking as a joke, you could do,
Yeah,
yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Um,
Dude, I really
Tree and a
appreciate talking
tree.
to you. You have what's that, Amos?
Tree and a tree.
Tree and a tree. There you go. Now there's redundancy.
There you go.
But I really
the
appreciate
only
talking to you,
reason,
Sneaky. I mean, I think you
no.
have a back office view of this process. I'm going to reach out to you because I want to come over and talk to you anyway. I love the community. You got a nice big community. You got a nice big strong value there. I was looking at the chart, super bullish. And
Yeah,
I
we
know
just
you're.
got some Jeets. Sorry, we
Yeah, yeah,
reached 2 million the other day, and then we had a case of the Jeets.
yeah.
So to be
It's
expected.
you're absolutely right. Now, how I look at coins technically is that it's all channels to me. It's a channel of building. Like there's a building channel, there's a overvalued, undervalued kind of mentality. And when you pump up past the point that the rest of your community and the rest of your knowledge isn't involved with the coin as much, like you see these big G's, you see these big push. We own so much of our own supply of the network. Like, so when we get movement, yes, it's a lot, but we were up close to 4 million at that level. And then, we had some pullback because, but the stability of the coin is what my bots do, right? So that's something that's pretty powerful too, which you should probably have a look at. Not trying to sell you on that, just that part of it, but there's, there
No,
is a,
that's
there is a lot to say. Like if you look at our chart in the network, you see this value of movement that's in between a really strong channel of conclusion. So, for coins that have like little to no utility other than just the value of being in and being in something stable, you've nailed it. This is a great job. You've done a very good job of doing this. So I'm glad that you're here
it's
today.
been, yeah, it's tough. The behind the scenes, as you probably know, is a completely different world, and it's treacherous, to be fair,
It,
and everyone wants something, and so you have to be
mhm,
very careful of the decisions that you make. But yeah, it has been fun. It's been great fun, and we've created a great community, and so
mhm.
yes, we hope we can deliver as we
I'm
progress forward.
I'm pretty sure you can because the power of your communication through your network and through your process, it speaks volumes in your website. It speaks volumes in the way that you shill. So I want you to keep in mind that you're on the way. Remember, I said in the beginning of the show, we're not a value or accumulation of what's happened to us, but how we respond to it. And your responses have been vital. So keep that in mind as you're building in. You're going to be a strong community. Get control of the balance structure in there, whether you're using bots or what have you. But get action to your market cap. That's the biggest thing. All the dexes and the streams and the sexes that are out there aren't as important as your organic followership. So keep the organic strong. That's where your value is here, is that organic. Hey, we sat and we thought of this and we turned something from nothing into something great, right? You've made the complicated very simple. And that, my friend, is called genius, right? Because what's the opposite of that? Taking something simple and making it complicated, and that's called stupidity, right? So welcome to that world of greatness
Thank you very
here.
much.
And I look forward to
just
seeing
add that we are also creating a Telegram computer game just for
cool.
fun.
That is fun. Keeping them active, keeping
there
the
are
fingers
skills
moving.
in the team.
Cool. Awesome.
No
I
worries.
can't wait to meet and talk more of you to your crew and hear a lot of your backstory. All right, Mr.
Thank you very
Quinton.
much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
All right. As a quick note, make sure that we have quite a few people happening here. This is awesome. We have over 60 people in the network right now. And if you're here, and I really appreciate Wojak people down below. I'm going to keep following you little white buggers. Every city you come in, I'm going to like, and follow. But you all do the same. Get down in the below and start following everybody. But also make sure that you share this show out. You want your community to have more people in here? Share it out in your Twitters. Share it out in your X's, your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your MySpaces. If you're that old, get the fuck out. But have fun with this, right? This is really, really important for you to share this information out with everybody, because this is where you get the people that you normally wouldn't get. And one relationship can change your life. Just one. All right. What you got, Mr. Quinton?
Fantastic. So I know that we have some big kahunas coming here that you asked me to look out for a while back, and one of those big kahunas is Tracky Bot.
Big kahunas. Big kahunas. That's who he is. Poor me.
You never.
He's like, I'm a big kahuna.
Hello.
He's like, move out of the way, bitches. I'm important around here. This is the good. I'm an important feature in this. Welcome, man. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Max. How about you?
I'm doing okay, man. Like, it's, as you know, being a dev of anything is very difficult nowadays. Everybody's looking at you for inspiration and value. I have such a great team over here, and I know you're part of our network over there in Shogun.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
You have done such a great job of keeping your team going and keeping moving forward. And I really appreciate you being a part of our solution as well. But tell me, what's going on with Tracky? What's happening?
Yes. So we're TrackyBot, tracking your favorite tokens on the Solana and Base chain. So if you have a token project or you have a regular crypto group and you want some nice notifications for the tokens you are tracking, like spikes in your price, like your price is increasing, and our bot is capable of sending you some nice notifications. We also have buy bots, so the real-time buys. We can also post notifications for that, whale alerts, check on demands. So if you want to check the latest stuff of your token, the latest stats, then you can just do a check on demand and the bot will give you those stats. We are still developing a new feature. I'm talking with our dev this evening about it. I hope it will be ready soon. It should have been already, but you know how it goes with programming.
Mm-hmm. If it's our
always get
mutual
some
friend,
struggles.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I just want to interject real quickly
yeah.
here. You've seen on the screen, you guys can't see it over there, but you'll see it on my YouTube channel or on the replay of this. I went to his link tree. I went to Tracky's link tree. And I got to say, thank you so much. You are the aces, because down below on his link tree, some of his links on there is official partner of Shogun Crypto. And he also has our shoguncrypto.com portal system on there, which is absolutely wonderful. I click on it and I go right to our portal system for the Telegram, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate every
Yeah, of course. We do that, You help us, we help you, we help each other, and we grow together. So that's how we do it.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spoil a little bit again about the Shogun X, if I may.
What?
If I may.
Again, he wants another. All right, secondary Shogun X. So You know how you go, okay, I'm building a race car and I build the body, I build the engine, or I built the engine. Usually the engine's built first, right? So the engine, the transmission, everything gets started to build. You got the frame, you got everything on, you put the top on, and then you find that you want to change the engine, right? Like there's like a drive to it, and that's always tough. You got to rebuild. But here we found that we wanted to put on like super tires, right? And the frame wanted to be built. There's secondary things that had to happen. So ShogUnX.io, which is a market analytics system, unlike Dex Screener and Dex Tools, this will have a profile system on. We're already starting with it. We already have about 70% of it finished. When all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we meet a gentleman that is building a launch pad. He wanted to build a launch pad for us. And he goes, I only want to build it with you guys. He was brought to us by a friend of ours called Cotterface, really strong influencer and KOL out there. He brought us to this attention, and we started to work with him. We really liked what he had seen, because we're talking about, right and honor and that value, which is huge, and especially in this industry, because all the yeeters and the jeeters out there. But it's also the scammers out there that are really tough. And pump fund's a very tough thing to navigate to begin with. And we've always wanted to have a resource. How can we do a launch pad that will throw through pump fund, because it is a good value system to get out there and get into that world. But also, how do we do it so it's like a pre-sale launch system? So the launchpad.shogunx.io, I know that's a mouthful, right? But that's a system that's paired with ShogUnX. So before we release the ShogUnX system and then a launchpad, we're sort of trying to do them both at the same time. So in about 3 to 4 weeks, we're looking for our first MVP coming out. That market analytics system has one very powerful swap system in it as well, to where if you, as a coin, sign up with our ShogUnX.io, what you'll get as a coin is 20% of all the swap features. This gives you an opportunity to put all of your buyers and flyers inside that network, and where you can get 20% of that money every single month, almost like an affiliate to do the swap. And that's super powerful. Whether or not you're using all these other bridge techniques and all this other stuff that's out there, you're going to want it that way, because that's how you build your marketing wallet. That 1%, if you're doing $300,000 or $400,000 in volume, is going to make you a lot of money in the process. So as a community, that's coming out. And of course, Tracky set me up beautifully with it. Thank you so much, sir. So this new feature, do you want to tell us what this new feature is going to be, or are you going to kind of keep it hidden?
Yeah, well, first I want to say that we are gonna put in the link in our bot.
Mm-hmm.
So if people see the notifications, like the buys or the spikes in price,
Mm-hmm.
and they hit the link and they will go to the ShogUnX, you can fund your marketing wallet with it. Also,
Ooh.
if the people buy over there, and
Oh,
you
wow.
do not send them to Jupiter or to Radium, but
Mm-hmm.
to the ShogUnX.
That's sweet. That's fucking amazing, actually. Great job. Well, Tracky is always a trusted person to be here. Thank you so much. Make sure you check them out. I own some Tracky over there, of course, and I know low barrier of entry. We say this is not an insult, but it's focusing really strongly more on the utility rather than the coin, which is absolutely awesome. Those times are coming, though. Those times are coming, because we're going to be giving you some props here pretty soon in the next quarter. In this quarter here, we have some great stuff aligned for Tracky as well. All right. Thanks a lot for being here today, bud.
Yeah, awesome, man, and love to hear about all the other projects.
Yeah.
So
We got to
keep it
get you
up.
over. We'll get you over into Anvil here soon. We'll get you set up and get everything on board with you, so you can get it tested on the chart.
Absolutely great.
Okay. All right, Mr. Quinton. Who's up next?
Fantastic. So the next person that's coming up now was actually someone that was here last time, and you had your meeting, and so I had a good time with them. Me and Abel's had a good time with them, and it's going to be Free Ross now on Solana.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks for
Hey.
having us here in the Shogun Gun Show. Love you
Okay.
guys, love this space, love the vibe, love all the projects coming through doing cool stuff. I just love the variety, and I spend a lot of time in spaces most days. I just love the variety in this space, people doing creative stuff with, the utility side or with the meme itself, and trying to make things that are just like out there, not just playing on the thing that's already trending. It's the creativity in this space is my favorite part, regardless of charts or what's moving up and down. The creativity and ability to just have an idea and run with it and get it out there to the masses is just so much fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to meet you last time. So tell me a little bit about what this is.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll try to go nice and quick, respect everybody's time. The brief version is, Ross Ulbricht created the Silk Road, the first real world utility for Bitcoin. It was a peer-to-peer marketplace. The government really didn't like it, and he got put away for 240 years without parole on one of the most fraudulent cases you'll ever see in the U.S. And my name is Kenny Palantano. I've been a doc space in this space for about a decade now. I've been in crypto since 2014.
Hang on 1 second, buddy. Hang on 1 second. Is everybody else hearing him rugging out, or is it just me?
It is you.
It is me. I do apologize. Continue on.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so I've been in this space a long time. I've lived out of a backpack since 2015, been a full-time activist and crypto educator for a long time. And, Ross's mother, Lynn Ulbricht, is a pretty big character in the space. And I got the pleasure of meeting her about 9 years ago, and we've gotten to be friends since. And so last winter, I found a little project that was just CTOing called the Silk Road. And I ended up taking over that CTO at the request of some of the community. And the whole point was just to support Ross and help make noise and try to get him out of prison. Because at the time, there wasn't anything happening. So we've been grinding for over 11 months now, every day. And after 3-4 months of that, Trump promised that he would free Ross on day one if he's elected. And he's repeated the promise. People close to him have repeated the promise. And he got elected, and now he's been certified, and we are 13 days away from the inauguration. And yeah, our token is, much less meme. I've always referred to it as an on-chain charity. It's all about raising noise for the family, raising money for the family, educating people about the case. The meme, we have an animated series to add some fun to it. We make little memes to add some fun to it, but it's definitely more of like, no, we're here to get this guy out of prison because crypto is insanely big now, and it wouldn't be here without him. It would not be anywhere near where it is without him. Mm-hmm. And right now, I'm already at the 2 minutes. I'll just really quickly say on the alpha side of things, we've got a full compilation album dropping this Friday with a dozen different musicians on all the streaming platforms. One of those musicians has already been on the Billboard a couple times. And then the next really big thing is we're getting a gold check mark from one of our big partnerships going live on the 15th. And then on the 20th, we'll be hosting a 24-hour space during Trump's inauguration. And I will be there live in DC at the inauguration, handing out 10,000 free Ross signs to the community there. And a couple of friends of mine that are journalists will be there so we can get a bunch of really good shots and hopefully get the message on the mainstream news a little bit and really just keep it in front of Trump's eyes so he doesn't forget to let Ross out.
Absolutely. Count us in with helping you do whatever you need as far as any tools you need with us. Please feel free to reach out to us and get a lot of stuff on. I love the fact you brought a lot of PFPs with you as well. Thank you so much for that. This exposure is powerful. Now, and I'm not saying like he's going to back out or anything in that network. I've known Trump for a pretty long time. My family's known his network, and he was actually in my house when I was a kid. So I've met him. I've also met him in the sale of our products and our systems, what we've done. My brother and I, have known his family in that network for a pretty long time. So we've been around this man for a long time. And if he says he's going to do something, 99.9% of the time he's going to do it. So I'm really positive that he's going to get in and make that thing happen, which would be awesome. Imagine just that for you guys being a crucial part of that. So congratulations, having a process that you've attached yourself with. That's really a great project.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, I definitely want to talk to you guys, when we're not on everybody's time, more about the tools that you're building and get going together.
Yeah, absolutely. We love it. All right. So make sure you check them out. Get something up on the Jumbotron. Somebody put something up on the Jumbotron for them and get that up there. Also, if you're at the inauguration, you make sure you look up Make American. I tried to do the voice on the fly and I couldn't do it. So Make America Great Again. Try to get them, as many of you guys together out there as possible. Is share that wealth of people and all that kind of good stuff. At least have a beer or something, or Pepsi or Coke or whatever. All right. all these great projects. I love it. I love that the newness of this process. I know that last time I didn't get a chance to see you and talk to you. I'm glad that I got a chance today. Mr. Quinton, who is up next?
Fantastic. So up next, I want to say that I have that. Excuse me. I want to say his name right. So really a little bit closer. Gone. Yes, Gone de Bleu, up here.
How about just GB? GB. That's what he said to call
GB.
him.
Oh, it's GB. Okay.
GB.
Oh,
There you
fine,
go.
fine. Up here with Zilla.
What up, what up, what up, guys? Amazing space, amazing people, amazing project, amazing host. I'm glad to be here.
Great, GB. How are you doing? How's Memezilla doing?
We are chilling. Yeah, good question. Memezilla, guys, is the solution. It's the low cost, effective CMC that all the small market cap, all the mid market cap projects were looking for. Unlike CMC, we do not charge projects 5K to get them listed on our platform, but a small fee of one sol. One sol. That's a huge bargain right there. Huge bargain. Because we are doing what CMC is doing, onboarding projects, but more than that, we accompany these projects. We help them to get visibility and exposure. And as you guys know, that is very important today in Web3 because the space is getting crowded. 15K projects listed on CMC. So the more eyes you can get on your project, the better it is. Once your project gets listed on Memezilla website, you need to activate your community and get your community to show up daily, and to vote for you. The more votes you get, the better it is because your project is going to receive more visibility. And that's it's a game changer because you don't have this possibility on the CMC. Your project is going to trend based on the strength of your community and not just volume. So there you have it. Memezilla is the place where both projects and investors can meet each other. As a matter of fact, we already partner with more than 60 projects. Shogun is a partner of Memezilla as well. Projects get listed on Memezilla. Investors look for hidden gems on Memezilla. Memezilla itself is a hidden gem. Therefore, I encourage all chat and queens to get a bag of Memezilla now or cry later. Thanks, guys.
Great job. I'm always a big fan. Shane came over from Memezilla. The whole world over there has just been growing. I really do appreciate what you guys have done. That CMC alternative is awesome. I love the challenge of going over every day and getting the people over there. Now that we got new stuff coming out and we have our new portal system up, which is absolutely awesome, we're going to be bringing in a lot of action to Memezilla on our side as a community because it'll be one of the daily chores as well. I can't wait to kind of get in and make that happen for you guys as well, which I really do appreciate you being here today. It's always good to have you here, GB. All right. So from programs like Memezilla that are out about giving you outreach to track you with information, I want you all to, I just want to take a quick second before we get into the next project that, we want to be cognizant of our time here at the top of the hour. At 2:00, I missed this little bit of time. I did get a little shill with Tracky and having fun with the Shogun system. But right now, I just want to kind of give you guys an attitude thought here, because this industry is sometimes so befuddled with, and that's a made up word that's right there, but it's mine now. It's so befuddled with those out there that are trying to make you look bad, trying to reel off, there's so many people out there telling you what not to do. Like, oh, that'll never work. There'll be so many naysayers in that mentality. And that's tough. And I want you all to remember that when you get into this world of crypto, there's a world of degen, and we've heard it in both sides, right? We've heard it from some of the coins earlier that have more professional backside, in history and their people, what they do, and that there's all walks of life out there. Not one thing works for everyone. Keep that in mind. You don't have to sell everybody. You don't have to bring in every single person. What you have to do is bring in the people that you associate with. You don't have to worry about normies right at the moment. And to be quite honest with you, most of them won't even understand the meme world, if in fact they're getting into it. Educating them comes from their own personal value and view. Find the people. There's millions and millions and millions of people out there. And we even heard about one mechanic out there, one meta with like squirrels on skis, right? The whole squirrel meta is out there. Cats, dogs, whatever, right? And if you don't find one that you associate with, don't worry, one will be made, and it'll probably tweak your fancy. It'll be some sort of meme fetish that'll be out there, right? You might see Tree and a Turd out there pretty soon. Who knows? A while ago on a radio show that I was on, I came up with a concept called typo tease. Yeah, I know, it's not for a sell of that either. But the mentality of it was, I made a typo. You know, I make thousands of typos a day anyway. But I made a typo in a reference, and I bought a website, a domain name, and I made a typo in it, and I had added an extra letter into it. And when I had done so, I had taken that error and turned it into a business. We were making T-shirts with typos on them. We also turned, that whole concept of buying websites and development into a thing as well. Find the weirdest typo that you can come up, buy the domain from our domain provider, and we'll build you a website. So anything that you can kind of come up with. We heard that with cat tree, cat in a tree, or tree in a cat, mentality is like, if you get to this point that you can take the simple and monetize it and make it something you love, that's what you really focus on. And there's millions of people out there that you can find association with. Hunt through all the bullshit, what you think will work or not work. Try it out. Get in there, see what works and what doesn't work. Don't listen to all the naysayers, and just power forward. That's what we're doing here at Shogun. We're building these things, and if you've noticed, all of our stuff overlaps. Our utility overlaps our coin overlaps our services and our community and how we do things. And then the final part of this little attitude adjustment is build what you love. Find a love in it. If you don't find a love in it, you're just trying to score a daily paycheck. That's not really going to work for you. Money doesn't come immediately. It takes time. Have patience. Find a big, deep breath and make it work. I hope that everybody here can kind of resonate with that. And because I certainly do, and it's one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn, is to be patient, be aware of your surroundings, of people that you're dealing with, and work hard. And everything else will come to you. All right, Mr. Quinton. Who do we got up next?
Fantastic. So as we are coming up, we are slowly moving out of the priority listing. Remember, if you're in here and you do have priority listing, don't forget to come in to speak. Use that privilege. It is huge. Now, as we move on, we don't have any more priority listings, so we're going to be moving into the next person, who is Master Baker.
Wait a minute.
Well, hello there, guys. What's happening? Thank you for having me.
Cool. I'm a little worried, but not worried. Like, was this a play on words, or is it? I love it. Right. I'm feeling like the dad vibe here, which is awesome. I got to hit the follow button. Thank you so much for being here, Master Baker. How you doing?
Thank you guys so much. It's been a heck of a space. I'm new to Shogun, and I'm definitely intrigued. So I look forward to joining your guys' community after this spaces and getting more involved. First and foremost, my name is OG Mike. I'm representing Master Baker as the voice chat lead and one of the co-founders. I've been in the space now for about 4 years. Started my crypto journey last bull run as a marketer and voice chat lead for a staking protocol project, and it was my role to onboard new projects as partners. Since that time in the space, over the last 3.5 years or so, I've worked for many different projects and voice chat leads roles, space host as of recently with the new kind of shift over from Telegram voice chat to Twitter Spaces or X Spaces. And I've been left in the trenches for a lot of projects because I've been brought on by teams. I've been the voice and representation of a lot of teams. And then as the team disappears, people in the community kind of look back at the voice chat lead or the guy doing the communications and say, what the heck happened? So Master Baker was another project like that. It was the first test deployment for a utility project called Chef.fun, which was meant to be a Ethereum and Base rival to Solana's Pump.fun. So we were the test deployment. I was brought in as voice chat lead. Unfortunately, the life of the utility project itself was pretty short-sighted. And again, the Master Baker project was left for dead. So it was my turn to say, all right, I've never ran a project. I've never done one of these traditional CTOs or been a lead. I'm going to take this upon myself because it had a lot of characteristics of what I did 4 years ago as far as marketing and onboarding new projects and partners. So for Chef Fun, we were meant to be a mascot token. We were meant to kind of welcome in any new projects that didn't have a platform or place to speak or showcase their project before they hit a bonding curve similar to Solana's Pump Fun or the other various launch pads out there with a bonding curve. And so we did that very successfully. We started a YouTube channel. We met all these new projects coming through for about the first month of the utility project's life of Chef Fun. And as it sort of dwindled out and new projects were not flowing in, we had to kind of think outside the box. So we rebranded ourselves away from the Chef.Fun platform. We are now just Master Baker, a mascot token for any and all projects in the space with hardworking developers and teams. So we spend a lot of our time in spaces. We have 2 fantastic graphic designers. We have a fantastic web dev on the team as well. And what we do is we look for a way to take these spaces that are going on all day, every day from morning, noon, and night, these shill and chill spaces, and we're trying to liven them up in a different light. So we host a weekly broadcast live on X and live on YouTube. We do it once a week. Actually, we just moved the date to Wednesdays. We've been operating for the last 9 weeks on Fridays. Tomorrow will be week number 10, and it'll be tomorrow at 6 p.m. UTC. So I encourage anybody who may want to check out what we're doing to check out our socials real quick and join in tomorrow to get a better visual. But we host a game. It's a card-based raffle game. We have 54 total cards in the deck, so 52 like a normal deck of cards, plus 2 jokers. Got a variety of rules, but the important thing on the collaborative side is we've now eclipsed 32 partnered projects for our card game. So that means before we roll out our broadcast every week, we go through our partner list. We've actually branded this deck of cards with our 32 different partners, and there are prizes that you can win. So we've asked for a sponsorship, $50 in tokens. We're starting small. Our goal is to brand all 52 cards in the deck. We give them our sponsor highlight reel to start the show, and then we invite any of our sponsor projects, of course, to come in and speak. We pull up their website live. If they're a utility project, we're willing to showcase that utility live. If they're just a meme project like Twiggy, as you guys already had up earlier, they are one of our partners. Also Merv the cat, very viral YouTube sensation, TikTok sensation. So while they're speaking and talking about the project, we're pulling up a video of that water skiing squirrel jetting around, just so you can get a better visual and connect on a different level. And for utility projects, again, like I mentioned, we want to showcase and highlight what that utility project's doing, and we're willing to use it live too, so people can get a better feel and that kind of deal. So we're just trying to elevate the collaborative space. It's something that I've had a passion for several years, almost all 4 years in this crypto land. And our goal is just to keep developing it in order to be a part of the game and win some prizes, since we draw 3 cards every week. Again, as I mentioned, 32 out of the 54 cards currently are branded with a prize. You just have to hold some Master Baker tokens. We do an Etherscan read before every drawing every week, and we have the list displayed in our Telegram chat. We pin it to the top of the Telegram chat so you can view your ticket numbers. We're in the works to develop a Telegram bot, so purchasing raffle tickets if you do not own Master Baker is going to be something we have as well. And then we just launched our NFT collection on OpenSea. By owning an NFT, you do get weekly entries as well. So just free chances to win. Don't have to be present, just have to have a wallet address registered so we can send prizes if you did happen to win. And as I mentioned, our goal is just to get all 52 cards branded before we move on to our next segment of the project. We would be upping our cost for sponsorships after that. And then we also have established a treasury, even though we're a 0 tax token. So we do invest in some of our partner projects live on these streams for those who either have had a dip or who have very promising upcoming catalysts and that kind of deal, so that we can grow our marketing budget as well. We see Prevail Swap and Shop up in here as well. You guys have mentioned them. We are listed on Prevail as well as ticker trending. And we look forward to potentially having some sort of a partnership with Shogun in the future. You guys seem like you have an amazing suite of tools, and I look forward to diving in and learning more about it. With that, I'll cut myself off here. I appreciate the opportunity to kind of share what we're doing. If you want to learn more, please come view me live tomorrow. It is a video session, so like I got my screen rolling, but I'm also up there video docs. No shame in my game. Like I mentioned, I've been a part of probably 100 projects, and I've never had to change my my Telegram name or like go run and hide from people. I am who I am. So yeah, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, dude, I really appreciate that because you're, you know, this game of, you know, when I was talking about earlier about we're not a product of what's happened to us, you're definitely not. I mean, you have taken that negativity of, you know, those coins that have sort of left you in the trenches by yourself after they've gone, and you've turned it into a solid business. You know, I got in this industry of shilling and making spaces because I want to, you know, help as many places get their exposure, because there's too many fake ass people that are in this space only out there to make a couple of bucks. Like I was talking to one host in the very beginning. They're like, yeah, I get $1,000 a show. You got to pay that to be able to get in the show. And I thought, what a piece of shit that this becomes, because, you know, the only thing that you get from that is, you know, them being in the show. That's one thing. But, you know, I didn't really see value. Like, how do I know what I'm getting for it? He goes, well, it's just to pay my fee for being entertaining for your coin. Like, okay, I can kind of see that. At least you have a value to what it is. You provide value. And that's the biggest thing is, yeah, you can ask for money. You can have things happen, but you got to come in with value first. And you've done that right off the bat. You could tell by you. I let you have a little bit more time there because I wanted you, you know, you as a space associate, you as a promoter, you're doing a lot of great things for these communities and providing a good service. You're allowed to charge for what you do, right? So I want you to keep that in mind. You're doing absolutely wonderful. I love the way everything looks. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you. So us being a lonely little soul project, we allowed to join and be a part of it?
Absolutely. So we started on, you know, we're an Ethereum project. We do have 23% of our supply burnt, 0 tax, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But we branched out and we work with projects from all different chains. So we actually brought on a SUI project live because we didn't know anything about SUI. They taught us how to get involved with the SUI chain. So we have a SUI sponsor. Their name is NAMI. We have Solana projects, of course. We have an AVAX project. We have a couple BNB projects that we're talking to. And we're getting ready to onboard our first ton project as well, just to educate people about the various other chains that exist out there.
Sweet. Absolutely. Well, you're in the tickle file for me to come over and talk to you and kind of start making some stuff. I'll send some outreach people over to you to sort of get involved and get things on and see what we can do. I'll try to check out the show tomorrow night and see what time it is for me here. But I appreciate you coming in and being a part of this. This is a real up and coming story, and I can't wait to hear how everything kind of plays into over the next couple of weeks.
Much love to you guys. Thank you. We do have a YouTube channel as well, and that pinned post I just put up there, and that does have our recent recordings. As we started our most recent live version of the game, the last 3 weeks, we've gone on live on YouTube as well, so we could have those recordings for people to view and kind of take a look at what we're building.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of simulcasting on everything, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this thing turns out for us, and I'll try to make it over.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Quinton. What do we got up next?
So, as we're going into this next part, one note is that Mr. Amos has gotten taken out by the Elon glitch thingamabog, if you know what I mean.
I'm getting a lot of, like, I almost have to stop everything we're doing in a way because I'm getting a lot of robotic feed into the feed, if you will. Like when you hear the playback later, you'll hear that it's terrible, and I've shut down just about everything on my computer, so it can't be just from me. But yeah. How many more people do you think we got in for?
So we got one more person that just came in here with a priority listing, and then we have 2 more people that are just coming in, just showing no priority listing or anything like that.
2 more? Okay, so 3 total.
3 in total, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I hope that this comes out. At least if all of you don't hear the rug side of it, or like if it's robotic, then that's okay. I'm good with that to keep going.
Fantastic. So the